Hey guys, it's Reagan, and today I'm here to do a very exciting video, one that I think you guys will enjoy, and that is going to be the worst YA book covers. But before I jump into the video, I quickly wanted to shout out my most recent video. It's a video where I got to go to a movie premiere with Jessie over at Jessie the Reader, and I also hung out with Chloe over from Dance Moms. I know, wild. I got to go to a premiere of one of my all-time favorite books, A Monster Calls, which comes out January 6th. So if you're interested in seeing that video, I will link that down below for your viewing enjoyment. But anyway, let's just go ahead and jump into this video. I tried to keep the books in this video of books that I've actually read, otherwise I feel like it could be an endlessly forever list. Obviously, I will probably make another one of these videos in the future, so if you have any horrible book covers, please let me know about them down below. But let's just go ahead and jump in. The first series I'm going to talk about is the Unspoken Trilogy by Sarah Rees Brennan. Holy crap, this is actually a really fun series, but the covers are horrible. They're shiny and the colors are garish. There's like this hot pink with this blue, and there's orange and green. It's just so unfortunate. I think it's like close to being a good book cover, but just all of the elements together just like hurt my eyes, to be completely honest with you. The most unfortunate thing about this particular series is definitely the spines on the shelf together. They're just like it's like a horrible color combination. It's rather unfortunate. Next, I have the Summer Trilogy by Jenny Han. This is one of my favorite contemporary series of all time. And the thing with these book covers, it's not that they're really that bad, but I think they're just kind of boring. Especially comparing to Jenny Han's newer contemporary series, P.S. I Still Love You and P.S. I Love You. They're just really bland and not that great or that eye-catching, and they're just a little like cheesy. It kind of reminds me of like a soap opera promo cover, like all these people dramatically looking down on the beach, yada yada yada. I don't know. I feel like it could use a nice cover revamp moving forward. Next is kind of a classic in terms that this particular cover series matches the genre, which you gotta kind of appreciate for having kind of ridiculous covers, and that is like paranormal, urban fantasy, romance kind of books. The series I'm particularly talking about right now is the Fae or the Fever series by Karen Marie Moning. Holy crap, these covers aren't horrible, but again, it's one of those situations where they're short and like garishly covered, and basically the reason why I never bought any of the books in hard copy was because of the covers. I wanted just to get them on my e-reader because, I mean, they're just not very appealing, if you know what I mean. Next, I feel like, is a classic. It's the original Vampire Academy covers. Oh my god, these are like a throwback. This is like the epitome of like, you know, cheesy vampire YA cover. This is kind of what a lot of YA covers look like, especially back in like the mid 2000s, early like 2010 time. But the Vampire Academy series, I remember I was like, I had all of the books. I actually got rid of them all because I was like, I can't look at them. They are just too much for me to look at. I mean, the dramatic face and the angles and the colors and the face actors, it's just a lot. And honestly, it kind of carries on over to the Bloodline series, but they added a little bit of a better font and they added a flower, but that really doesn't make like the face modeling on these covers any better. Next is the original Anne and the French Kiss and Lola and the Boy Next Door covers. These are just so bad. Like, Jenny Han's contemporary covers were just kind of boring, but really they're nothing like too bad about them, but these on the other hand are just like some of the cheesiest things I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, like, oh my god, I would never, if I hadn't heard good reviews, I would have never picked these books up because they just look so silly. It looks like a made-to-TV movie cover. It's just so unfortunate with the hands on the bench and it's bad, guys. The font, oh god. Next is the Fire and Flood series by Victoria Scott. The first book to this series is not that bad, and which makes the cover change all that more infuriating because the cover change is absolutely horrible. It went from Fire and Flood, Salt to Snow, which is like such a bad cover change. Like, in essence, they're similar, but like everything good about Fire and Flood they got rid of and just replaced with like, again, these bright colors, this weird like eye thing and like cute boy on the cover. It's just not good. It's just not good at all. Next is, to me, a hilarious one. It is the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. The first ones, again, are this kind of classically bad paranormal romance cover, but the best part is about this particular series is that there was a cover change, and the cover change was actually worse than than the original covers ever were. They changed from like cheesy, you know, like kind of throwback to this kind of nod to this type of genre to like alien shiny cover. Like literally it's just like a zoom up of a girl's face and it's like green, and the best part is when you actually have the physical copy of the book, there's like these weird hexagonal, like sparkly specks all over the cover. It's like, one, doesn't really make sense, and two, it's just terrifying to look at, let's be honest. Next is the classic Maximum Ride book covers. I had these growing up. Some of them aren't so bad, but a lot of the original ones and just some of the later ones with all the dramatic posing and the wings and stuff were just kind of silly. I remember looking at these in the library as a kid and I was like, why couldn't they make them like Percy Jackson? Because Percy Jackson's covers were so good, and there were so many wonderfully illustrated middle grade books especially. I think middle grade has some of the best covers out there, but this particular series was just like tragic. Next we have a book I also read a long time ago, and that was the Loreen Legacy series by Pittacus Lore. I read the first one. This particular series I feel like just suffers from really bad font, really uncomfortably bright like covers. Like it's like too shiny and just too bright, and the contrast of the colors are just like not very like nice to look at, and so yeah. And the last book cover I'm going to talk about are the Vampire Diary covers. These are just so bad. I remember seeing these in the bookstore and I was like, I'm not going to read that because I thought everyone looked so weird on the front cover. But then obviously the TV show got really popular, so then I picked them up, you know, in early high school, late middle school, and I liked them, but like the covers were just absolutely atrocious. Like this half face thing with like creepily bad font. I mean, like, honestly, it was pretty horrible. Alrighty guys, those are the worst YA covers, at least in my opinion. A lot of them were from a few years ago. We gotta give a nod, we gotta give some respect to the post-Twilight paranormal romance crazed phase, where we got lots of dramatic posing, lots of dramatic dresses, and lots of dramatic font on those covers. I will never forget it, and they'll be forever immortalized in this video. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon with another one soon. Goodbye!